Guys, hey, what's up guys, this is Danny. I'll be doing the unboxing of the air compressor high grade set that I bought 2 weeks ago. It's open already because I had to check if everything was alright, because the last time I bought the product came wrong. I opened the box and I was kind of surprised, and I had to take it back to the store and change it for another. So that's why it's open already. And well, let's go to it. Okay. The box says high grade set. The airbrush is Beauty 4 Plus 0.3 millimeters night. It comes with an air compressor called APC017R from Airtex. So when we open the box, it comes in another box where, well, there's the cushion, the airbrush set, the air compressor is in here. So let's start with the air compressor. We can open the box. Inside it, there's gonna be a hose, 2 meters long hose. The air compressor, a manual and a warranty. It doesn't say much and it's Japanese, so it's the basic stuff. If you guys want to take a look on it, I will show it to the camera. So if you guys want to see it for yourselves, just pause the video and you guys can try to read it. I can't because I speak Japanese, but I just can read the kanjis. There's a tool, so you can use it to unscrew something on the air compressor. Here. Pick up the plastic cover. What it says is 40 psi on and 60 psi off. So when it's working, it's still accumulating air, so it's on 40 psi. And when it's off, when it's already full, is 60 psi. 7 amperes, 250 volts, 14 amps, and 125 volts. There's a label here with the website. Support all of the artists in world. www.airbrush.co.jp Airtex. It's on and off button. A little label here so you don't touch it because it's hot, and it is pretty hot because this is made of metal, and the motor is localized here, in here. So if you touch it, you're gonna burn your hand. Well, on the bottom there's another label. It's written air power compressor APC /017R. There's some codes on how many what's the voltage and the wattage. Sorry guys. The voltage it works on, and how many watts it consumes. It's made in Taiwan. So this is where the motor is localized, on this place here, this running place here. This is where the piston is localized. This place here is where the air is gonna be accumulated on. And this is the control switch. It's automatic. So when it reaches 60 psi or 40 psi, it's gonna stop by itself. So when it's working and it reaches 60 psi, it's gonna stop by itself. Okay. There's a little regulator here. The guy from the store told me that it doesn't really work, but at least it controls the air pressure, so it won't be bouncing up and down and ruin your piece. Because if you are painting something with the airbrush and the pressure drops, what it's gonna do is gonna spit the paint instead of spraying it. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of dots on your piece instead of just spray. Okay. There's a little clock. I don't know if I can call this clock from 0 to 1. So there's a 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 psi. That's how much it handles. There's a handle on top of it here, so you can hold it. It's not heavy. You can lift it with one hand. There's like a respirator here, so if the compressor gets hot, it can ventilate it and get cold again. Okay. This side here is the filter, that when the air is coming in the air compressor. So, and it allows not dust coming in, so just air. Okay. It's pretty hard to take this. Okay. There's two filters made of fabric. Like it looks like those fabrics that they use on the mat for cars. There's two of these. There's one more in here. I can take these off. Yeah, it fits perfectly here. On the manual was written that it's 250 yens, so it's pretty cheap. The replacement to this filter. I'm gonna put this on place again. Oh yeah, sorry, forgot to show you guys. There's a little hole here where the air is gonna come in. Right here, it's pretty small. It's made of metal. I'm thinking iron and steel. Yeah, all of it's made of iron. The feet of the airbrush is made of rubber, like suction rubbers, so it stays in place because it bounces a little bit. So it may, if it's on the metal, it would make sounds and even goes around. It would be dancing around, so it doesn't allow it. Okay. There's the cord, the average cord, 7 amperes, 125 volts. A little cap here where the hose is gonna be connected. Here. And on the bottom of the regulator, there's gonna be another filter. This is the middle filter before it comes out to the hose to the airbrush. Okay, so you can unscrew it, and there's gonna be the I think that's metal or something filter, so it doesn't allow any remaining dust or any remaining pollutant that's on the air before it goes finally to the airbrush. This tool here is to take off the drain so you can clean it. Okay, I'm not gonna do it here because it's made of plastic. I maybe need I might need another tool, and I don't have it now, and it's made of plastic, so I don't want to try to hold on here to lock my hand on place so I can screw with it, because it's made of plastic and it may breaks down. Okay, so that's what this tool is for. Screw it on place. Before you guys turn it on, just screw it to the end until you can screw it more. Then you just open little by little so you can control the pressure of the airbrush. Okay, so that's it. That's the Airtex Airbrush air compressor. Let's go to the airbrush set, to the handpiece. So there's a box called it's written Beauty 4 Plus or 0.3 millimeters. Something right on the side. On the other side, on the top of it, and on the back. So when you open the box, there's gonna be the airbrush and a few papers. One is an advertising paper. The other one is like a manual for maintenance of the airbrush. A lot of pages, all in Japanese. So you better search for it on the internet, how to maintain the airbrush, because all of the airbrushes are pretty much the same. Just slightly differences, and to clean it is not that difficult. I think that the only thing that's difficult is the shape of the airbrush and how it's mounted. Okay, so the cleaning ways are pretty much the same. So if we open the cap, there's gonna be a cap, plastic cap, and the piece. A little wrench, very small, that it fits. Oh, there's my dog. Little wrench. Hey. This is my dog. He's scared because he's on the top of the table. It's so adult. So this is the handpiece. Oh, okay, the cap just came off. It's alright. The piece comes like this. So there are a few parts. Of course, the little bottle on top of it is removable. 7 cc's. It's here. The cap comes off pretty easily. You don't have to screw it on place. Just put on top of it and tap. It's gonna be on place. Okay. What else? The back. Take off the back here. There's one part. If you unscrew the other part of the airbrush, there's the needle. It's gonna be released. and the other parts, that's the trigger. The other parts of the trigger, that's in between the airbrush piece and the back of the airbrush. And a little thing just to hold the airbrush in place. The tips. Oh, sorry, I had to touch the screen of my iPhone because the battery is dying, so it came to tell me that on the screen. So there's the tip. I'm not gonna take this off. Well, if you want, guys, I'll take it off just for you guys to see how it works. So it's the back one here. Just unscrew it. All of the airbrushes I've seen, you have to unscrew it anti-clockwise. I don't know if that's right. So not clockwise, on reverse. Okay, so you can take it off. It's really small. One thing that you guys have to be very careful is when you attach these to the airbrush and screw it in place, be very gentle with it because it's gonna break on your hand. It's very fragile. Okay, just put it here and just give it. I like to give just a little twist, and if it get loosened, I just lock it in place again, because as I told you guys before, it breaks down pretty easily. Okay, so let's put them together again. There's the tips. Yeah, the tips are in two parts. One that the tip of the needle is gonna be coming off, and the other one is to regulate the shape of the spray. Okay, if it's gonna be wide or if it's gonna be more smaller. Put it in place. So before you guys put the needle, you have to put the trigger together again. Okay, this is around the place here. It's gonna be facing up, and this curved part is gonna be facing forward. Okay, so what I do is put in the trigger. It doesn't have a side. Whatever side it is, the only thing is that the hole has to be facing one of the ends of the airbrush. Okay, so put it in place here. You take some sort of support and put it on the trigger here. Take the back. This part here is to lock the little screw here is to lock the needle in place. So this is always facing the back of the airbrush, and this one is facing the front. Okay, the tip of the airbrush. So this is gonna hold and give the spring-like motion to the trigger. So just put it on place and screw it back. That's how it's gonna be. Then you guys take the needle. one other thing, just be really careful when putting it together, because if you hit something inside the airbrush, like the wall of the airbrush, it's gonna ruin the tip of the needle. And if you guys do it, it's gonna be really hard to fix it, and definitely it's gonna ruin the needle and the shape of the spray of the airbrush. Okay, so just put it very gently, give it a little twist, put it gently here, give a little twist again, and press it a little bit until you feel that it went deep enough. So we screw it back and put the back again. This part here is another thing, just to regulate how deep the needle is gonna become back and forward, so it controls how much paint is gonna be releasing. Okay, so if I press it to the end, when I press it, I won't be able to bring the trigger back, and no paint is gonna be coming off it. Okay, so I open it a little bit, like half of it, and I'll be able to move it a little bit, open more, and I'll be able to move it more, open a lot more, and that's it. I have a lot of motion on the airbrush. I put the bottle on top of it, screw it back, and that's it. That's the handpiece. It's really well, it's light. I don't think it's gonna be tiring to be holding this for hours. The cap, the airbrush, that's what comes with the set. Okay, matte black, chrome parts, the tip, the bottle, the trigger, the needle inside of it, the wrench, so you can unscrew the tip of the airbrush to clean it if it gets clogged up. Okay, so that's it. If you guys liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. Comment below if you liked the video. Subscribe. See you guys on the next video. Bye.